Greyhound fans, today we're joined by head women's soccer coach Kiley Cirillo. Coach, how are you today?
I'm well.
Good. Well, today just talk a little bit about what you're most personally excited about heading into the season.
Returners, it's something that we haven't had in a year, and so we have all but 4 people coming back versus 9 that we had in past years, and so returners for sure. Experience.
What would you say some of your personal and team experiences and expectations are going to be into the season?
Well, winning is one of them. I think more importantly, coming out of the gates in the right way. Last year we came out, won a game, and then we went on a 4-game skid, and you can't do that in the GLVC, you can't do that in the game if you want to compete in the postseason. So winning right out of the gates, having a stronger, and I think our schedule sets up where we have the ability to do that. We're at home this year a lot more than we were, and being home is a great thing.
This year you have 8 new freshmen, new coaches. What has that been like trying to build that team chemistry, and how do you feel having such a young team?
Fortunate. 10 days prior to preseason, our girls came in and did captain's practice, and I think that, one, it says that there's a culture change that's happening, and that's exciting. Again, that brings with, you have returners coming. So with that builds rapport, team chemistry, camaraderie. It does all the things that you don't have time to do in the fall, unlike all the other sports. So them doing that was huge for us. I think that gives us the ability to be a step ahead, and so that's exciting.
You talked a little bit about returners. Talk a little bit about how you're looking to cultivate leadership and success this year.
It started last spring, really putting the right people in place. We did some, 6 weeks of team leadership with Daryl Gibbs on campus, and I think that was a big deal. It allowed us to honestly evaluate each other and honestly evaluate ourselves and give ourselves the ability to say what we mean and not worry about the consequences of how it's going to be heard. And when you have an opportunity for a chemistry like that on a team, man, what a difference that makes.
How would you say the team has adjusted to all of the new talent and the new changes this year, and how are they feeling going into the season?
Smoothly. When you bring somebody in like an Amanda Mason, who's got the experience that she has inside the GLVC, she's a 2-time All-American, it's seamless. And then you have your leadership like a Shelby Spinelli, a Nicole Duncan, a Caitlin Browning, Katie Crump, Katie Johnston, and Stacey Clenny, who are emerging as leaders. Even though you only have 1 or 2 captains, everybody's a leader, and even some of our freshmen are being leaders. Hannah Mangus, Tracy, who is still new. She's a transfer, so Tracy Myers is definitely somebody new. But those girls, make a big difference for us, and that transition's made easy, and it comes together hopefully quickly, and hopefully we continue to build.
Speaking of transitions, you have a new coaching staff, new assistant coaches. Where are they from, and what do they bring to the table, and how has that transition been made, and how is the team adjusting?
Balance, to me, in my life. I think, Amanda Mason, she knows what it takes to compete. She knows what it takes to be successful. Rob Kuhnfield brings a little bit of solitude to our goalkeeping position that we haven't had. We've had goalkeeping coaches that have changed over, and so Rob brings us that foundation there, and it gives them somebody they can always know that they're going to be there, and that's huge for our goalkeepers. Goalkeepers are finicky beans, and they have to have that. Ashley Blocker's going to help us out in a little bit. We kid around and tell her she's our confidence and expectations, and good job, coach. And because myself, I'm not saying that I'm mean by any means, but I'm honest, and we have to have that. And I think Amanda's a little bit closer to my personality. So we need somebody to give them a pat on the back when it's not maybe coming from us as quickly as it should. But it's a good mix.
What would you say the team's been doing, working in the off-season and the preseason to kind of help prepare for the season?
Steve Barrick's weight program is a huge deal. Our leadership course is a big deal. Coming in 10 days prior to the coaching staff being around is a big deal. Mentally and physically preparing for what's at stake. And what's at stake is national relevancy, GLVC relevancy, pride. You know, we're tired of being the women's team that's not successful on campus. And with that, you put yourself around, you know, softball, and you put yourself around that last spring. You see that pride that they have, it's over. So that's kind of the preparation we've been going through.
Lastly, Coach, what would you say Greyhounds have to look forward to this season?
Well, fast pace, goals being scored, wins being won. Hopefully that's it.
Great.